Hi, I'm number 2001. I came here to the United States when I was 17 years old in 2001. When I came to the United States, all I did was thinking about being with my parents. I have stayed back in Mexico for 2 years and I didn't see my parents for 2 years. I have to stay with some relatives back in Mexico and I didn't like that experience at all. So when I came with my parents, I was so happy to unite with them. I didn't really care, or I didn't really think about the consequences of coming here to the United States, because for me as a child, all it mattered was to be with my parents, to have my family back again, because I realized how important my parents were for me. When I came here, I have to left my other sister in Mexico, and I have to come first because I was about to turn 18 years old, and if I didn't come before turning 18 years old, my parents told me I wasn't gonna be able to get an education. And for them, the point of bringing us here was to provide us with a better future. So with all my pain, I have to leave my younger sister behind and come here so I could be able to continue my studies and be able to have a better life as my parents wish for me. When we were here, I tried to enroll in the school, and the first thing they told me was, sorry, we cannot take you in because you're too old. You have to go to adult school. And I was kind of frustrated because I came here and I left my sister behind just so I could get a chance of continuing my education here. But then when they told me we cannot take you in regular high school, you have to go to adult school, I thought all this sacrifice and all these bad feelings about leaving my sister behind were worthless. I feel really bad. But my parents never gave up, and they went back to the high school. They tried to get me to the high school, and even though they didn't speak any English, they managed themselves to get me to that high school, and they managed themselves to provide me with an opportunity to continue my education and getting a high school diploma. And I'm really thankful for that. When I was in high school, I didn't realize my situation until I was a senior, and I realized that because my counselor called me to ask me, where's your social and where's your taxes for your parents. And I went to the college counselor and I went with my advisor and I was like, oh, here I have the taxes for my parents, but I don't have my social. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, even though you're one of the top students, you're number 5 on the list, I can't do anything for you. You're just gonna have to apply to community college. So I was kind of disappointed to hear that, and for me it didn't really matter because all I wanted was to be with my parents. But some part of me realized that I didn't come to this country for nothing, and besides, the dream of my parents was for me to get an education. So I fought for that education, and I decided to go to university. I was able to go to a university by applying to scholarships and by saving up some money. I work a part-time job when I was a student. So I was going to high school and I was working a part-time job to save money to come to university. Once I was able to transfer to university, my dream was to become a teacher. Why? Because when I was in high school, I had really good teachers who were there for me, helping me to assimilate, to understand the culture of the United States better, to try to understand the language, to try to succeed in this country. And I will never forget that. I saw my teachers as role models, and they helped me to get through this experience, and it was less painful because I had them. So my dream was to become a teacher, but unfortunately, because of my status, I couldn't fulfill that dream. I have to wait and I have to declare some other major until something allows me to fix my situation so I can be a teacher and I can be a role model for those kids. And especially from the area that I come, which I want to go back and work in, which is an area in South LA where most of the kids are overcrowded and we don't have like really good resources to change our lives. That's where I want to go back, and that's where I want to make a difference. That's why I need you to support the Dream Act, because if you support the Dream Act, I will be able to be a teacher and I will be able to provide something to this country, and I will be able to change the lives of many of our US citizens who live in that area.